Good morning. It's actually Monday morning here in Denmark, so I'm pre-recording this shipping video for tomorrow. As you can see here, Tuesday is the time where I will be releasing the shipping video. Again, follow me, subscribe, thumbs up, comments, all that good stuff. Highly appreciate everything that you do. And yeah, let's dig right into it. Last time, some of the charts looked quite good, but most of them probably had some big head and shoulders formations that are about to break down. So where are we? It has been a week, so let's see. Let's dive straight into the business here. The Baltic Dry Index, nothing much has happened, and still something has. It's still doing what we're waiting for is to try to get out of this downward channel here. And yeah, we are, after we tagged this one here, a false breakout, we went down and we are now in a bear flag. So what are we waiting for? I guess it looks most like that we're going to break down from this bear flag here. Could be. Again, also note we have the inverted head and shoulders right here. Again, so two forces are playing out here, the bulls and the bears. If we can get a break above here from that green channel, then obviously we will have a go at that neckline here. So yeah, just 1 second here, needs to be wide. Good, there it is. So yeah, let's see what happens. Break up here, awesome, more bullish. If the bear flag plays out, then we have more downside in play. Boring answer, but it is what it is. Boat, good old boat, the shipping ETF here. Again, we don't have much data. It's only like 18 months or so, but we have this splitter in the middle, the upper golden, the lower golden right there. And right now we are below the middle one. So more bearish than bullish in my view. Also, I found this internal blue here with so we have some sort of wedge going up here. So again, it looks more bearish than bullish, that's for sure. Again, a breakdown here from that blue wedge, and you're looking for a move possibly all the way down to the lower if we are that unlucky, depending on which side you're on. So yeah, let's see. But in order to get some bullishness back, we need to get back above this one, the long-term golden splitter right there. But yet again, I'm mostly bearish on that ETF. BDRI, the dry bulk shipping ETF, still similar to the boat ETF. It doesn't look that good at the moment. However, I think we are close to a bottom. As you know, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave in my view. So now we're looking at how low will the wave 5 go. And let's go to daily just to get some more details on it. This was a wedge that we'd drawn in long time ago. We had the pop here, but now it's kind of fizzling out here. So what we should hope for a bull is that this is the some sort of a minor higher low, and then we are a minor high, excuse me, and that we're making some sort of higher low here in this region, in this vicinity. So let's see what happens here. Also, there is something like that we should definitely add into the mix. So again, it is in a downtrend, and again, I think if we can take that one out here, that golden, the smaller golden one, and get above these two zones here at around $6 to $7, then it looks good. Again, if we are to go all the way down to the March 2020 lows, that's always a good place to buy, in my view. The stop loss is quite easy to place, and yeah, you will probably see a big bounce here, or a bounce at least, right here. So yeah, that is what it is. Let's go into some more specific tankers here. This is TNK. Let's go to the weekly. Looks quite good, to be honest. As you know, nothing has changed. It broke this one here, that golden trend line. Small pullback into the horizontal support. Beautiful. And then we broke out, retesting resumption. And again, to really get this one going is to take out that previously breakout high at 48. So it could be a double top. Just remember that. And then we go down again. So let's wait and see what happens here. But again, long term looks quite nice above some major technicals from the golden trend lines. You can see we have two, but also this horizontal here, which goes back 13 years or so. Looks very good. Also pays 2.5% dividend, not too bad at all. CTRM is about to have decision time. We have this green zone here all the way across, and we can't seem to gain any momentum at all. Bullish, that's the bullish side, that's the bearish side. Let's see what happens. Again, I will not do anything until we get above the golden. So we could, if we for some reason go for a big spill here and then up, nice, that's bullish. But until then, I am not doing anything at all. DSX, let's do it like this. What we are looking at least what I'm looking at, is this main squeeze right there. You have the head and shoulders formation, which are still in play. You also have that one here, which we want to break out above. So as you can see, we are getting very tight here. And if we start to get below here, let's say below 3.5, give or take, then this head and shoulders are in play, and we are going, in my view, down to that golden trend line. Oops, that golden trend line down here. So yeah, I'm just waiting here to see what happens. I'm going long when we break here. Let's just adjust it for good time's sake. So if we get above roughly 4, then I'm very, very interested. And if we get below here, then you can short it, but I'm not shorting it. But that's an opportunity. And again, if we get down to that golden trend line right over here, then it's also a great buy to get down here. You have the connections 3 times, 4, 5 times. So that golden trend line is very much valid. That was a DSX. STNG, the Scorpio Tankers, it's a big, it's a $3 billion market cap. So also this one looks very, very nice. You have the inverted head and shoulders at play here. The target has not been met yet, which is at around 70. And we did take out this high over here. Let me just remove the amazing doodles there. There is the high. You can see it here, the breakout, the retest, a test again. And we have broken this one here, that formation right there. So overall, it looks good. I'm not a buyer here by any means, but if you have a position, again, you shouldn't be doing much in my view. In my view, we are trying to some sort of flag here into that big level. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. It looks good overall. Again, we have some big resistance up here at roughly 80, just north of 80. So that will be a place where people will take a lot of profit when we get there. So I would expect some sort of bounce and then or pullback, and then we will see what happens there. But that's way into the future if we get there. You know, if we start to break down here, obviously, then a cross on that level at around 40 would be insanely bad, insanely bearish. And again, I would be a buyer all the way down here if we were to get there. Again, I would like to take the best risk reward entries. And I'm just waiting. I'm saying if we get down here, I buy. I don't know if we will. We could pull back down into here, and then we just start to curl up again. But I'm just waiting, and I'm in no rush to buy anything. There are plenty of opportunities, so just have your levels in. When they get there, maybe it's a year or 2 from now, you buy. It's that simple. FRO Frontline PLC in an uptrend channel here. There it is. The connections you can see. Oops. There it is. Long term, we did break that golden trend line like a year or 2 ago. And ever since we have been in an uptrend, climbing the wall of worry, we have a level here at 25 and at around roughly 13, which we are bouncing up from there. You can see the breakout from that, and we're continuing higher. I'm not a buyer here by any means, but again, long term, it's clearly working on some sort of bottom. So yeah, it's quite all right if you have a position right now. Again, there will be a lot of profit taking at the 25s if we get there. That's for sure. And also, this one could turn in, or is also to some degree a bear flag, right? So keep that in mind. But right now it's just grinding higher. Looks good, and it pays a 20% dividend, so it's not too bad at all. But still, we will come to some charts later on that has a lot of head and shoulders formations, so keep that in mind. GLPS is a very small one. Again, I will not put much into it. We are in this one here. 2-year long squeeze. Again, you can see the downtrend. It's massive, right? So we are getting bullish when and if we can take out this one here. And the first initial step, excuse me, would be to take it out here, right? And to see what we can happen. But if you are an early bird, right, you could take a position here, but then again, that's a bit more of a high risk play in my book. So GOGL, here they are, the head and shoulders formations. This is a big one, 1.5 billion, 10% dividend. The double bottom you can see here, and what we are interested in is there it is. This head and shoulders formation neckline, you have it right here. You can see here, this one doesn't look good at all by any means right now. As long you have that one here and you are below that, it's very, very bad. To me, this is a breakdown from the neckline, retesting, and now it looks like we're about to roll over. It really does. So yeah, this doesn't look good at all. You can see the bear flag target is right here at around 4.5. And you have a the head and shoulders at here around 3.5 if they were to play out. Again, if it starts to break down, which is really looks like, I will be a buyer on that golden trend line. Why? We have it here, there, connection there, breakout. And if we get there at around, it will be roughly at around 3.67 in that range. That will be a great entry point in my view, if you are interested in such a stock. Again, then you have overshot the bear flag, and you are very close to the head and shoulders formations target as well. So that would be a beautiful entry. Navios, Maritime holdings, a very small one. So don't put that much thought into it, basically. But it's also a very messy chart. What I'm waiting for, again, we have this green support here, which it looks like it's about to give in. Right there, you have 4 connections. It can't seem to get a big bounce here. Again, in order to become bullish, we have that one, the golden trend line coming down here. There it is, the connections, and the horizontal at 2.1, excuse me. So this is what you need to do in order to go bullish on this stock. Otherwise, it looks like it wants to cave in here to the downside. TGH, again, this one is working on that all-time highs. Still nothing has happened. We're getting a bit of a retrace here at the highs. Makes total sense. So until we get a break above that 42, 43, you do nothing in my view. And if you go all the way down here, you could have a buy. It's quite simple as that. Also pays 3%, so it's not too bad. TORM PLC, Danish company, if I'm correctly here. 15 billion, 24% dividend. This was the big run. This was the big shot here when we broke that neckline all the way up. And now we are just basically, what are we doing? We are flagging right here. What ideally I want to see is to make that low, that third lower low. That would be a lot more bullish, other than because that is the typical way when you want to have an entry, is you want to have the third lower low. So let's see. This is also a bear flag, clearly. And this drop here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you get a 5 together with the third impulse low, beautiful. Beautiful. This is safe bulkers. And yeah, again, we are into some, let me zoom out here, makes more sense. Long term, going back 15 years, right there, you can see we cannot break through that trend line. Beautiful, right? Aligns perfectly going back 15 years, more or less. Beautiful. Again, the neckline, shorter term, is right here at around 3.2, right there across. So we had the breakdown here from that neckline, came all the way back above again, actually, and now now the neckline is support again. If we break down here, again, I think we're going down to visit this golden trend line right here, which would be a perfect buy. Again, if it holds, let's say this neckline holds and we're not dipping below, and we start to curl back up again into that squeeze right here, beautiful. Then you have an entry when it breaks to the upside. But again, my entry will be if we get there. at around just sub $2 for this stock here, 1.8 give or take. That would be a perfect long-term entry with great dividends, good entry on the technicals on the long term. That's what you want to look at, in my view. SPLK, this one is one of the ones with the head and shoulders formations, and there it is. Why wasn't it on? What I'm looking at, again, a great buy in my view. If this plays out, that head and shoulders has a target here at around 8, just north of 8. And look, if we get there, you will have a support from that upturning, that golden trend line. And the head and shoulders target is just below. So you might see some dipping below if it were to meet the entire target. But if we get down here, beautiful entry at around 9. Between 8 and 9, that's a beautiful entry in my view. And also, if this doesn't hold, the stop loss you can add in, they're quite easy to place, So that's what we want to see. Simsalabim. There it is. Again, we are at the IPO levels. We haven't reached them yet. They are at 11.3. Again, one big long downtrend channel here, so nothing to get excited about until we can finally at some point break out and take out that pivot low. Of course, the breakout you can do if you're aggressive. You can get the breakout at 14, but then if you want to play it more safe, it's around 16. We get that level taken out. Again, that's a bullish side. Obviously, if we take out the IPO lows, that doesn't look good. Then we are going way down here to around possibly all the way down to 5, and we are at 10 right now. That would meet the lower trend line of this channel. So again, here's one with the head and shoulders formation. There it is, the neckline, and we are just getting a small, we are getting a small bounce here at the neckline for the touch right here. You can see. So again, my sentiment of view on this one is bearish until proven otherwise. What do we need to undo the bearishness? Clearly, we have that one here that would, I would not say negate it, but it will give some life to it. A full negation, as always, is the shoulder highs right here. And again, a breakdown from the neckline, then you could see much lower prices for this stock right here. This is NAT, Nordic, American Tankers. Let me remove that beautiful drawing. In my view, again, inverted head and shoulders, bearish wedge to the upside. It will, with most likely, start to drop down here at some point in time. Doesn't look good at all. You can see. Let me show you some beautiful technicals here. Again, it's long term. Head and shoulders formation here. Yes. Neckline, the blue one, just below 10. The measured move is right there. We hit it, overshot a tiny bit, but just look at that move right here. Perfect measured move was hit like what, 20 years later from that head high over there. So again, but now it doesn't look quite good to me. In order to undo that bearish wedge, we need to pop to the upside, and then we need to go higher straight away. But the most likely scenario from a probabilities point of view, it is breaking down from that one. Also, the equal bulk shipping, again, quite similar. Head and shoulders formation, tiny bounce here. I mean, if it loses this $42 level and start to cool down, then you are obviously going to much lower prices. And the first stop, in my view, is the 27, 28. Again, doesn't look good at all for the shipping. ESA, however, is a small one, I think. Yeah, 200 million, so not that small, but still quite small. Ever since we broke the long-term golden trend line here, the breakout retest, we are in a bull flag. So this one actually looks quite good, to be honest. Again, break out the retest, that's when you buy. Always buy the retest. Well, not always, but that's the more safer option. Obviously, sometimes you don't get a retest, and it just gets away, but is how it is. You can buy the breakout or the retest, or both, have a 50-50 allocation to it. Toro here, we need to go to the daily. There it is. Just look at the technicals here. Beautiful. This long term, well, not long term, but the golden trend line there has been grinding. You can see the grind here. Then it tried to get away, and then it broke down, retesting. So right now it's retesting that one from below. That's not optimal at all. I would much rather have preferred to get a big bounce, and then we started to flag or to consolidate into that trend line again. So short term, not the best. You can buy here if you want to. We have that one. Maybe that's breakout retest. But again, it's not the best looking chart. So yeah, let's see. Last one is a big Danish company, DS Nordic, $10 billion company, 16% dividend, so not too bad at all. Let's zoom out here to get the view. This is the long term, the 1 to 5 Elliott wave count. You know, 3 low impulse, lower lows, beautiful. The breakout, bull flag. And now we have a big move again. My take is probably that that's the move for now, wave 4. So we could see the next move higher here. Again, I would much rather prefer to buy it when and if we kiss that uptrend channel. If we do, just some sort of go flag into it, then that would be very nice. Go flat into it, very nice. But also know there are some potentials for a topping pattern. If we go to the upside here and then start to break down, then you have the topping pattern in place. So yeah, but I would think that we are going for some sort of bounce here. Then we will see how high we go, basically. But again, you know, long term is not a buy in my view. The long term play was here at the breakout. Yes, in hindsight, it's easy to see. But again, if we were standing right here, let's say like that, right, and we looked at that breakout here, you would obviously note that that's a beautiful breakout and that you are going long at that point in time. And then this comes in later on. So beautiful still. It pays good dividend and so on, but I'm not a buyer up here at all. I need some more confirmation that this is not a top, or if I can get a perfect entry. If for some instance we start to, let's say just quickly here we break out and then we start to flag here, right? Then you know I have more merits to say, okay, we maybe go higher. I think that was everything I had for today. Remember, this is pre-recorded. It will be released tomorrow morning. And yeah, now I will do the ETF, overall ETF video for today. Everyone, have a great day. If you like what I do, as always, subscribe, like, and please comment if you think that I'm full of BS, or if anything, I will happily answer, or getting my TA reviewed by you guys. So have an awesome day. See you in the next one. Cheers.